This crisis-ridden city of Colombo. Sorry about the thumbnail. The camera was aiming up at the roof. Okay, now I'm back on the ground. And, I'm in front of this bicycle shop, which is shuttered up. Sorry, closed. He's just closing it with the padlock because it's out of stock, and people are waiting here to buy bicycles, spare parts, and I'm here looking for a tube. I had a flat tire, it's patched up, but I would like a spare tube, and there are no tubes. There is another bicycle shop over there, which is half shuttered up. There is also the same story, no tubes, and they are also out of stock because there's been a mad rush to buy bicycles as the fuel prices got worse and worse, and everything, though it looks very busy with a lot of vehicles, most vehicles are at a standstill. Very few buses, the trains on strike because 11,000 railway employees can't get to work. We have to come to their workplaces by bus or by personal transport, and there's no fuel. And yes, you've got to keep an eye on your bicycle even if it's locked. In these days, bicycle theft is very high, and there are no tubes at all. They say try next week. The problem is there's a local manufacturer of tubes, but there's no transport to bring tubes from the factory to bicycle shops because there's no diesel fuel. So the crisis deepens and deepens. And if you go out a little to the interior, other sectors of the city will be mostly empty. So this animation is a little bit misleading. This animation here doesn't give the complete picture, and you can see some bicycles locked here. And those who can ride a bicycle, who have a bicycle, are using that now. There has been a long time prejudice against bicycles. It's like nobody really wanted to be seen on a bicycle except very poor people, and I suppose people like me, eccentrics, or people who love riding. But now that has changed. Everybody is hunting for a bicycle. As I say, if you have a bicycle, you are in the marriage market. And the problem is now you can't find a bicycle. You've gone up in price, doubled and tripled in price. And there are one companies I hear there is a fashionable cyclist. We just saw him with his bag and everything, and there's another guy. They're on a tour, but mostly you get these commuters like this guy on a standard bicycle, pushing his standard bicycle. Workers, blue-collar workers, they're regular riders. They've been using these bicycles to get from work to home for years and years, you can tell. And then you get this new crisis generation cyclists. And there's a mechanic putting some touches on a bicycle here. And these are probably the crisis generation, people who have bought bicycles now. The problem is cycling shops are out of stock. All right, so that gives you some idea of the crisis and what cycle commuting is like now. If you are lucky, if you have a bicycle. And if you are lucky if you can get a tube and spare parts. So that is the situation. All right, I'll be back again with more updates on cycling, cycle commuting, and there'll be protests on the 9th, that's the day after tomorrow. So we'll see what's going to happen. And please subscribe, that will help me to keep going. So bye for now.